Ooh, saucy. Let's fucking go. Cross-Examine, episode 38.
Welcome. This is a B-list of
I'm
shows.
pulling up a list of text messages I sent Justus.
We're not going to talk about that show yet, though.
Okay, I'm going to
unless
pull
you
it up.
want to start
No.
with... No.
We'll just go down the list.
Well, so we're starting with 86.
Which, in and of itself, was already fucking... Can we move 86 up to, like, A-?
Yeah, that's fine.
It's being adjusted. Oh, God.
Last week, we gave a ranking of how we felt the shows performed. Some of them are still ongoing, but if you were interested in like a kind of power ranking thought, go check that out. But
it should, hopefully, I think this week I'm going to edit the list and upload it to our website.
Ooh.
Well, not Cross-Examine's website because we don't have one.
Yeah.
On we.
Look, they all died.
We don't know that for sure.
We know
we
that
don't
for
know
sure.
that for sure.
We know that for sure.
Listen, they might have been charged. I guarantee you, season 2 is going to start.
By the way, their website updated. It says destroyed on all of them. We know that for sure.
Well, they went missing, and you don't have any like transmissions. So what has said destroyed regardless?
You literally saw them get blown up.
I mean, listen, we don't know that he's dead. He was on the ground.
Oh yeah, they took a nap. They all took a nap.
Well, to be fair, at the end it shows
Forever nap.
Reaper's head cut off. Is they changed some of the end credit stuff.
Mm-hmm.
His head's literally cut off, so it's like, I don't know. Maybe they're gonna pull. I hope they don't do the bullshit cheesy thing where it's like, oh, Shin's in charge and he can change everything.
Probably will though.
They probably will. My guess is season 2 will start with, or it won't start, but the first couple episodes will probably be like, yo, these things are really a problem and we need to stop them. So now we're recruiting white hair people to fight with the 86, and you're going to see. Because the thing is, as far as they know, they're the only country, right?
Mm-hmm.
They don't know about. Now, there's rumors of other countries, but some of those buildings don't look destroyed enough for it to be, like 100 years.
Yeah. There seems to be like a lot of abandoned places though. Yeah. It was kind of sad. At one point they go to like a school and
then they're like in class and just like
they are all children for the most part, and even
I think
one
Shin's
of the characters,
not even 18, right? I think he's technically only 17, so they technically would be in high school at that point.
Yeah, and Kurina, the red-haired one that likes Shin, she never went to school, so she didn't even know what it was like. She didn't know what the building was.
Yeah,
which is sad.
It's sad. Also, like they made an agreement in that last episode, like, hey, whoever's piloting is the one that's got to fight, and the rest of us will kind of try to get away. Which I don't get why they're still following orders. They could honestly probably try and hide.
Probably just.
I mean, they kind of did give up. They're like, listen, let's have fun while we're alive. We're gonna die anyways.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I think that's the first time they ever showed off those robot people things in that like last episode.
That was creepy.
Yeah. The thing is, they only need one head to run the whole thing, which is why Shin always shoots everyone in the head at the end of the mission, so they can't use the brain.
Mm-hmm.
Which also doesn't make sense to me, because it's like, first of all, those robots would have to get someone that's dying to cut off their head, which, I mean, yeah, most of the people would be dead by the time they found it. But I guess it's a just-in-case thing. But almost guarantee you, season 2, because they already announced the second season, right?
Yep.
They're like, who's our main girl? I always Commander, whatever her name is. I guarantee you she's going to start hearing Shin's voice. Maybe she'll convince the military to do something. Because she was talking to the hangar guy, the guy that was in charge of the kids. He purposely dyed his hair a different color to go find his wife and kids, which is even sadder on top of losing the squad. He's like, yeah, I got to watch these kids, grow up, and every day less and less come back. I'm like, fuck, dude, that's just so depressing.
Yeah, and that on the last mission that they get sent out, that he knows they're most likely going to die, he reveals that he is a full-blooded like member of the Republic and gives them the option to kill him, basically. Yeah. Where it's like, that's real sad.
Well, I don't know. Maybe season... I hope... I kind of want to read ahead, but I kind of don't, because we'll probably watch it, but I probably will anyways. My guess is I'll probably pull a thing at the very end where the Legion is actually kept and maintained by 86, probably. like 86 type people, and they're just trying to destroy this last like fascist kind of government. Because it's the sacrifice of, yes, you're killing all these people that probably could have been saved, but at the same time, it's like, we need to destroy the Legion. That's the only thing I can think of, like this small nation taking over the whole world, and there's still rumors of outside of the Legion, there's other people. Because I could see it being a collective of, that's why they're just throwing robots after robots after robots, because I highly doubt there's robots maintaining themselves. That's my thought.
Yeah, it's definitely been a good story. Animation was on point for a lot of it.
There are definitely places they could have bumped it up, but we moved it to A-. We're fixing stuff because it's the last.
And I definitely think like it was kind of surprising because it's Melise. I don't know how to pronounce her last name.
No, I don't.
But she goes to where they were deployed.
Yeah, because technically she's under house arrest.
And Shin knows that she's very stubborn and leaves a goodbye letter specifically for her, and she adopts a cat, and it's sad.
Yeah, super sad.
So,
hey, to your eternity, though, I just changed the ranking on it to an A. Listen, towards the end, we're like, I wonder if they're going to do anything. They're just going, they'll keep this guy alive. And then they're like,
Gugu got ripped, and there was
Gugu got fucking like Lou Ferrigno ripped.
Yeah, and then there was the 4-year time jump where he got ripped, and
then he kind of grew more hanging out with whatever her name is, Rena.
Yeah,
Rena. Yeah. And then there's some stuff here and there, and then old man gives Gugu a new helmet, which is what you see in the trailer. You don't see his helmet he has then. Also, the fucking trailer in the opening is a fucking lie. Well, they make it look like Gugu's alive. Because as Gugu's dying, because they get attacked by the Knockers. And they get attacked by that. And then Gugu protects Rena by, like, being on top of her, both arms, both legs. And, like, because the building had collapsed. So he took the brunt of the hit. He's ripped, which is good because he's saving her. But he's slowly dying and in pain. And you can see Fushi, like, taking that pain. And he's like, oh my God, I got to save him. He's going to die.
Yeah.
Until eventually Fushi transforms. And then you realize, oh, he's fucking dead. Rena does kiss him, though. That was a very emotional scene.
Yep.
That was so fucking sad. Because I thought Fushi was going to save him. I thought it was going to be like a last minute, yada, yada, yada.
There were also like extra stuff within that episode that were super interesting.
Like Gugu's brother shows back up?
Yeah, Gugu's brother shows back up to try to reconcile. It doesn't really work out too well, though his brother does...
his brother's an asshole.
His brother is an asshole for selfish reasons, but...
He does try and reconcile, but at the same time, it's like, listen, man, it's been how long since you abandoned your little brother just on the hopes that he's alive?
Yeah, and...
Because they didn't play anything else up like he was keeping an eye on him from a distance. It's like straight up like, yo.
I mean, he did say that he was trying to look for him for a while.
Yeah.
And
he did hang on to that ring that Gugu gave him. He never sold the ring.
Yeah. And even beyond that, like, you could still tell that his brother cared because he, like, actively carried his body back to the booze man's house.
Which, that in of itself was a good transition because he's carrying Gugu on his back. Because he's dead. And then they, like, literally cut to him walking. They give that kind of, like, hazy kind of look. And that's immediate when it hits you, like, oh, he actually is just straight up dead. So at first I was like, maybe he's real fucked up.
Yeah, and...
That was so... God.
Well, there were even just...
the music was depressing. And
Well, there was a couple stuff that I found super interesting. So, like, Fushi, he hadn't transformed in 4 years. And so his the main boy that we meet in episode 1, he's gotten older, but now that he's transformed, he goes back to the original age.
Yeah.
Which is an interesting kind of concept. And then...
so he's always going to stay how he, like, first transformed.
Yeah, because we were speculating last time where it's like, oh, maybe just, like, gets older, and eventually there may be that point where they just can't use that transformation anymore. But that just isn't the case.
But he only transforms back into the original boy, Noah. Noah?
I don't think they ever said his name.
Pretty sure it's Noah. Oh, wait, Noah's the dog, I think.
The dog's name is Johan.
Johan. I want to say the kid's name is Noah. Whatever, besides that. But it was weird because he transforms into the bear. Then he transforms back into his original self as that kid. And it's like, holy shit, he's wearing the same robes.
Mm-hmm.
I guess he can't, like, the robes are technically part of him, but they can come off.
Yeah.
So.
And
it was very sad because it played up this thing of you're super relaxed. You know, Gugu's going to confess his love to Rena because it was her birthday. She's marrying age. And then they hit you at the very end, you know, after all the death and everything. Like, I'm not going to get married. I'm in love. And the dad or...
Who, I want to meet him.
Yeah, I want to meet him. And it's like, oh, fuck.
Yeah. You can't kind of thing.
She was laying in the same spot she originally met Gugu. So you started the story and you ended the story in the same spot. And I think they did that for everything. The first boy, you meet him, he comes back home, dies. You meet what's her name again? March.
She's
But the story ends with her coming back to the village, dead. Same thing with Gugu.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of where you meet him is kind of where he ends it.
Mm-hmm. And one of the biggest things, and then we'll move on, that I found super interesting because they only did it for a split second. His ghost, similar to, like, we had a similar scene with March where his ghost kind of exists in the real world.
Yeah.
But there's a small thing, like, split scene where you see March ghosts in the background.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, are these spirits that are, like, permanently tied with him as he
which would be
goes
cool.
along. So I hope they explore that more.
You haven't seen you haven't seen the dog or his original owner's ghost. So I wonder if as we go through later, maybe he can split himself back into those original people. Doubt it.
Yeah.
But it might be a nice thing of like, oh shit, March gets to live, Gugu gets to live, the boy gets to live.
Yeah, I'm
it's
not
definitely
sure. It's super interesting though.
I think they're just gonna hit you with feels at the end.
Mm-hmm.
It definitely. I moved it back to A tier because after that episode,
it was
first
very
episode
good
is still
and,
S tier.
Yeah, and then also like builds on extra stuff like the ghost thing where it's like, well, that has to be important later.
Yeah.
So all right, that's
Tokyo Revengers. Should we move that to A?
Yo, Tokyo
Dude, I was
Pain.
I was fucking right. Hang on. Oh wait, I forgot to mention what I texted you for. Is that Tokyo Revengers?
No, you texted me for To Your Eternity.
Yeah, To Your Eternity. This is how the conversation went. I was watching it. Yo, Fushi just got made into jam because he gets crushed by the bear.
Mm-hmm.
And then I wrote, if Gugu dies, I'm out. That's when he's being crushed by the rocks. And I wrote, fuck. That's when Gugu's mask gets open and she kisses him. And I wrote, I hate you every fucking time because every fucking show he recommends it. Then I wrote, fuck this shit. Why?
Yeah, he got a 6 in there as well. he was typing frantically. Yeah.
And then Tokyo Revengers, fucking man, you should. You know, someone speeding up their car towards you. There was more than enough time for her to get the fuck out of the car last minute.
Mm-hmm.
She watched that car. And there was more than enough time.
Yeah, but some people just have like a deer in headlights kind of response.
To be fair, how many times you've been sitting in your car and you see someone turn on their headlights behind you? First of all, he had his high beams on. Confirmed had his high beams on. So you're going to fucking notice that immediately.
Mm-hmm.
How?
And I can kind of see, like, especially when you don't understand what's going on, like that processing where you just basically don't move and you're like, and in this case, it doesn't work out very well. Also,
she got fucking crushed.
The Hummer that crushes her and
was his friend again. He said the fucking exact same things he said last time he fucking died.
Yeah. So we're talking about Hinata getting killed
his
in
girlfriend.
The future. Yeah. He fucking Takamichi has changed the timeline and it doesn't matter. She still dies.
They do the nice thing if you get to discover what's going on with him.
Mm-hmm.
They don't give you anything ahead of time. You get to see everything from his perspective. I don't think you get to see anything outside of his perspective, eh?
Yeah. Very few stuff. Like
yeah, it's
every
like
so
it's like
often.
very like throwaway stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But everything else you get to see from his perspective.
Yeah. And
So everything's a surprise with him
yeah.
rather than showing it, minus, the Hummer.
Yeah.
Like the fucking random dude from who was it? Mobius?
Mm-hmm.
The gang boss shows up. He's like, "Oh, I was hoping that you were in the car."
Yeah, he's part of
Toma
Toma
now.
Yeah, now.
So he changed the timeline so there's no Mobius. And now it's all Toma, but everyone got grouped in the Toma. He just offhandedly says, "Oh, hoping you were there soon. Could have died." It's like,
yeah, it's like, oh, you
why
should
not just kill him in the bathroom?
You should be in the car.
Yeah, like, because you notice it. Well, first of all, we already recognize him. First of all, how does Takamichi not notice this fucking dude? He's even got the same hairstyle.
It's slightly different, older. Lots of things are happening.
But it's
at
literally
the same
been
time.
like 2 days since he fucking teleported back.
It's not even 2 days. It's same night.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, same night. So how the fuck do you not recognize someone that just...
I would assume that it's kind of a similar thing that Quince has done, where the characters maybe look slightly different
No,
than
it's
how
even
they
the same in the
how they are presented to us. Like
No, even in the manga, he looks the same. Like his hair color isn't the same, or I know, but no, that is his style. Like he's even got the same earrings, tattoos. First of all,
he realized with the tattoos, but I can kind of see why.
Quince is different because there's 5 of the same people. This is not like like Quentin. It's no.
This is his a younger person being an older person.
He's even got the
same. It's 12 years older.
He's got the same haircut, the same.
He doesn't have the same haircut.
His hair's just.
He has a full head of hair. There's the original him has
he even has like yellow in it. It's a little bit. It's not super short, but it's a little bit longer. He's got yellow in it. Like, come on.
I'll give the benefit of the doubt.
Someone that just what the fucking
he also has
giant
glasses.
King wore.
Glasses make all the difference.
Take off your glasses right now. Oh,
exactly.
Okay, Superman.
Look, in that scenario, it's supposed to be you've met someone again that is like
you should know
12 years aged up and like slightly different, like altered appearance. Also, even the demeanor of him, he was way more like callous and calculated compared to the like I just want to kill you kind of attitude. So it's like it's fine. But,
also, his friend's an asshole.
Oh, K-chan.
Yeah, he's like still like I'm afraid, and then he's like after Hina first of all, the first car blows up. Hina's pinned, like the whole dash is cut into her stomach. Then Takamichi holds her, and I'm sitting there like, fuck, this is gonna happen, isn't it? And then she pulls him away. She's like, I don't know, what does she say?
Basically like, that she loves him and that he needs to live.
Also, that boy has survived 2 major concussion blasts from feet away. That was an explosion that shoots shrapnel out. He's literally like from here to here from the first blast of a Hummer gas tank, which is like fucking 25 gallons. Knocked back, gets up casually. He's like, yo, what's up, Hina? And again, he's like 2 feet away, blows up. He's like, ah. That's where it ends. Because he says, I'm going to save her this time. He gets actually serious again. Hopefully he doesn't turn into a little bitch like he has before.
Also, that Hummer, if you actually pay attention, is following them almost the entire, like, in background shots. Because I noticed it twice, and I was like, oh, are they just, like, reusing? Like,
that's what I thought,
assets? Too. But, it's like, there's, like, 2 big shots where you see it behind the car, even when Naoto is driving.
I'm putting it at a B+ now. Because there's still scenes where it's like, okay, come on. Let's get this. Hey, speaking of getting followed by cars and almost run over.
Yo, pretty boy.
Pretty boy detective. Yo, our girl almost got fucking killed. Luckily, who is it? Red hair guy. He's
Michiru.
Who?
Michiru.
He fucking he straight up kicks her out of the way.
Yeah.
And then as she's doing like a backflip, like somersault, it's like my glasses fell off and I could see everything. She's like, through the fuzzy haze of the car, and you see his eye, and I'm like, oh, so you're only gonna see his eye? And it's like, nope, saw his whole fucking face, and it's my classmate that's running for president. Tried to run me over and kill me.
Yo, this fucking middle schooler has a car. Well,
Well, to be
At
fair,
this point, we're not. I don't believe that person was a
They're
middle
all-
schooler. They kind of disappeared after all this.
at least to be fair, when he said, look at the license plate, he didn't have the license plate on, so that's thinking smart.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, he picked like the most generic looking car, too.
Mm-hmm. And he also did
Have
really,
tinted windows
like,
everywhere.
tinted windows, but they're at the last episode where he's like revealing how he did it, where he's like, "Oh, you guys couldn't find anything, huh?" It's like, because I fucking hit her on this hill and dropped her body off over here. It's like, you're insane. You need to go to prison forever. Like,
That's just that's just a Pretty Boy Detective Club. Minus like the first episode, it's like, yo, she's in prison. Oh, she escaped 2 days later? Okay.
yeah. Oh, that
Like-
was fucking wild. Also, they spent way too much time, like,
On the car hill thing.
kind of.
That was like a
but
full
specifically,
episode.
like, the section of, oh, it might be the chick that dropped out. Like, maybe she's faking it. And it's like, there's like 20 minutes of that. And it's like,
Yeah. That's the downside of Pretty Boy. They try and make something that could be a episode arc into a 2 episode arc.
They also resolve, like, the conflicts in literally 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Like,
They're like, here's,
it's this.
it's the whole Scooby-Doo thing. Scooby-Doo is just meant to fill time and
Mhm.
entertain people. But it's like, this is more for a more mature audience. You're not a kid watching it mindlessly.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a pretty show because you got to be pretty to be in the detective club.
Yeah.
But the whole like arc of,
Yeah, it always feels like there's way more effort put into the scenario than the like resolution.
the thing is, you can sit there and figure it out yourself probably faster than they can, but they play it up. Now, the thing is, if they put a little more time into making it more of a mystery or harder to figure out, or added even one extra scene like, oh, I saw this randomly, and what if it's this? This is why it's still a C tier show.
Yeah,
Even a C minus after this last one.
I'd still stick with the solid C. I thought it was okay. One of the things I personally did like was that sprinkle in of like, you know, what adolescence is like, and you know,
when the president race of, I want him to have his creative freedom. They give you a little bit of feels in that episode of, this is why I want them to win so he can do.
Yeah, and then Manabu, the leader of the Pretty Boy Detective Club, like you see his older brother, who is the founder of the club, and he's like, oh, like I don't do any of that anymore, kind of thing, and like steering away from things that are a bit more out there and extravagant.
Speaking of stuff that's not anymore, Fruits Basket isn't number 1 anymore. Fucking FMAB. Get wrecked, Justus.
Losers.
Hey, I'm sorry that your show isn't as good.
I'm sorry that those users like to review bomb fucking other
And
users.
yours didn't review bomb. It's
No.
the end of the season.
No.
Guess you're just not that good.
It literally kept climbing as the season progressed, and we were talking about it.
I don't know. Maybe people just went back and watched and decided, you know what, FMAP is the best anime ever.
No.
Still, you know what's definitely not the best anime ever?
Zombieland.
I mean, it's all right.
Yo, Zombieland literally ended with a fucking UFO ship blowing something up.
That's how.
Yeah, the last 10 seconds was a fucking spaceship shooting a beam down, and an explosion happened. There was a super wholesome like concert. They finally got their like full revenge of like the bombed concert that they had that could literally seat like 25,000 people, and maybe 400 people showed up, and like all the debt that they got into, like they filled a stadium. Like, they were very loved. It was a charity thing, and it was well produced. The CG was pretty good. And then they're like, alien ship.
Maybe that's how it'll start the next season. Is an alien ship blowing everything up?
Is whack. I don't know.
Listen, to be fair, the whack part of, hey, we're 200 mil in debt, and it's like, hey, I just happened to win 200 mil.
Oh yeah.
The thing is, I feel like it's supposed to be a slice of life kind of fun show, not a.
Yeah. Look, it's
the
zombie
Land
thing
Saga.
the Zombieland thing and the like idols being revived. Like, there's literally a dude in there that you learn a bit more that like he's fucking immortal. Like, he's one of the old dudes that you actually like see in the flashback from like the fucking Meiji period, and it's a thing. He's a fucking bartender now. It's like cool. Those are kind of whatever. In the realm of like supernatural, it's fine. Like a lot of it's still slice of life, and then aliens. Like
I will say,
aliens.
you know what the best part about you talking about the show is? Anytime I edit it, the audio tracks are normally like this, but when Justus talks about Land Saga, it goes up, or Fruits Basket, just because he loves the show so much, and it's so much fun to shit on it.
Zombieland was fun. I've only given it a 7 out of 10, so just good. Like, it's probably better than season 1. But
Well, you gave it a B.
yeah,
Do you want to give it a B minus, or you want to leave it at B?
I'm going to just leave it at B and then a question mark with the fucking last 10 seconds. Because I'm assuming because they've done that, there's either going to be a season 3 eventually, which just means there's even more on Mappa's plate that they're going to be working on here soon.
What Mappa needs to do is, I understand wanting to do as much as you can, so you kind of dominate what's going on, but at the same time, it's like, man, you either have to hire a shitload of people, which it might be doing. I don't know what's going on internally at Mappa.
From my understanding, there's a lot of outsourcing to both the U.S. and especially Korea.
Yeah, that might be their lower tier shit. Not lower tier, not saying they're bad. It's just shows that don't need as much.
No, it's their split frames. All the keyframes are done in-house, and some of the CG and fill frames are being...
I guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
Also, the news.
What?
I just want to talk about what's going on in the anime world, because we don't really have anything else to talk about.
Yeah.
Most important thing of the week. Well, first of all, Fruits Basket is the number 1. That's most important.
It was for a while.
Second most important thing. Fucking Chainsaw Man trailer drop. Did you fucking watch that?
Yeah. Fruits Basket is still number 4. Beating out Gintama, so you can suck a nut.
So
beat out Hunter x Hunter. Sorry.
Don't get me wrong. Hunter x Hunter is good, but I think even though I haven't seen Fruits Basket, I would rather watch Fruits Basket than Hunter x Hunter.
Fruits Basket is so good.
But the thing is, it had 3.4 mil. It had like 1.7 million views in the first like day, which is a lot because most people aren't going to watch a trailer 10 times unless you're a viewer like us. I watched it like 3 times. Yeah, that's a lot of fucking views because it's already been hyped. A lot of people love the manga. We can't even get the manga. We've been trying to buy it for a while.
It's impossible. Even in Japan, it's impossible.
I think at AI they might have some.
That'd be dope.
So we might hit the convention center first, and then buy some. That's other big news after Chainsaw Man, which we're probably definitely gonna watch.
Oh, Wandering Egg special was meh.
I haven't seen it yet, so I'm going off what you said. That's what a lot of people said. I think I had like 2 out of 5 stars on Funimation when I last checked.
And on my anime list, it's literally like a 5.6.
The Anime Iowa convention list, or the panel list dropped, so we might go over that by next week or next podcast. Have a list for you to check out, especially the audio listeners. If you want to, like, if anyone watches this and goes to Anime Iowa, hit us up. We'll pretty much pre-schedule everything we're going to go to. Another thing and other big news was Cheat Slayer manga series by the Kikagura. I don't remember how to say that. Author canceled after 1 month because copyright infringement, basically. A lot of their villains are depicted as other characters from other series. And I saw some of the pictures like, holy shit, this is literally just that character in a different cosplay. Imagine Aqua wasn't one of them. I don't know specifically their names.
It's the Kakiguri.
There we go.
You like horny fucking gambling addicts?
Which is crazy because that author is pretty good at designing other characters. Like everyone in that series was designed pretty well, minus some of the background characters were pretty meh. But it was already canceled after a month because copyright. It's like, come on, you saw what happened to No Game No Life when that shit happened.
which apparently might have a season 2.
Yeah, I posted a meme on there. No Game, No Life to be rebroadcast in Japan starting July 7th. Fans excited since first update in a while. And it's the meme of, don't do that. Don't give me hope.
There was one of the shows recently that
they did
season 2 just aired, but they did a re-release of the first season before they announced the second season.
And No Game, No Life already did a re-release before they announced the movie.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe we'll get a season 2. Maybe they worked out a lot of those legal issues. It might even be a thing where they don't make a lot of money off of it because of the legal issues.
Mm-hmm.
But that's basically it for the news. But I'm excited for No Game, No Life. And Chainsaw Man looks fucking dope. And right before the podcast started today, what is it? The Fallen Angel trailer. Let me pull up the exact name on there. History. The Platinum End official trailer drop, and that looks fucking good. We already knew it was going to be good, but it looks really fucking good. That's it for the news.
Yeah.
Remember to like, subscribe, comment. Specifically, please subscribe to ExAnime on YouTube.
Yes. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Also one more thing. The tier list should be up either this week, maybe next week once we finish ranking the other shows, so I don't have to update it twice.
Mm.
So you can see where our season has stood, and that'll probably just stay on there until we get a ExAnime website, which I've been trying to get. There might be a licensing problem with it.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for watching.
Bye-bye.
Have a nice day.